peace, peace, peace.
How's your weekend going?
I don't know.
You don't know how your
I don't know.
weekend's going?
I don't know.
It's rainy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
I
drab.
don't know. And all that, some kind of.
Conversations with the Hills is not rainy or drab.
We're here to bring some light into your life
We're
today.
gonna bring some warmness.
Warmth.
Warmth.
Yeah, we can get with some of that.
Okay, that works.
Yeah,
Whatever.
okay, all right,
It works.
indeed.
It works. It works. We'll go with it.
Yeah, indeed.
So today's topic: why buy the cow when I already have the milk? What's up with that? Hell, am I buying a cow for? Look, let's toast to you guys for a very fun, enjoyable show. This is all about fun. Our opinions don't count. Our opinions count. If they count. Hey, Vanya. Oh, I'm sorry about your back. But let's toast to wellness for you.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Toast to us.
Always.
Always.
Looking mighty good in that dress, baby.
Thanks, baby. So, hi, Courtney. What's up, gorgeous?
Hey.
So,
All right, Vanya, you're back. You're back? What did you do? You practicing wrong, man? Come on.
oh,
You
thank
gotta get that right.
Thank you. I'm not the cow. But, on the subject.
Woo, okay.
You're laughing too hard. Okay, so why buy the cow when I already have the milk? What is your opinion about that? Yeah, get your beer ready.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
What is your opinion on that? Why are people shacking up, for lack of a better word, as opposed to being married?
Now, from a man's perspective, I feel I can approach that definitely a lot better. Too many issues have come up financially. Not when I say come up, that wasn't right. I'll say it more like it does come down to a financial issue. Dudes get with women, get married, they get half. And it's like, and then you start singing songs like,
Hey,
it's cheaper
Andrew.
to keep her. No, all right? And because there are individuals in marriages now, a homeboy will not leave because it will break him. They're done. The relationship is finished, but he's not going nowhere because if he tries to leave, she gonna rape him for half.
Okay, so that's why they're shacking up instead of.
Now that's the male perspective. Now in recent days, I'm hearing females with that, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Well,
So you
I
feel it.
want to interject on something. So why buy the cow when I already have the milk? Your response was because it's cheaper to keep her.
No. I'm saying that the whole cheaper to keep her is after you've gotten married. Your relationship has died.
Okay.
It's over with. I want to leave. Lawyer, you may want to think about that.
Okay. Now let me interject. People who live together, do they or do they not have children?
Now wait.
Yes
Wait,
or no?
wait,
Just answer
yes.
the question that's put before you, please, sir.
I
Yeah.
don't appreciate this belligerence. Okay.
Vincent said, Mr. Hill is so correct for the half on the female perspective. Okay. Why get married when we're already in the relationship? Okay. So I will touch on that in a second for both of you. Why buy the cow when I already have the milk? I keep going back to the title because
Yeah,
I'm
me
trying to
too.
stay on topic.
Right.
Okay,
So give me the
so-
female side.
Okay, I'm not giving you the female side yet. I'm going to tell you the perspective of what you just said. I'm responding to what you said. So, my question to you was, don't people who live together end up having children, whether they're married or not? Your response was, yes, that happens. So, when they break up, they still could end up with, in the state of New York, 33% of the income for that child in child support.
That's 17.
17%. Oh, I'm sorry, 17. 33 for three.
Yeah,
33 for 3
33 for
kids.
3 kids.
3 or more.
Yeah.
Oops. But the thing is, okay, for
33.
17%.
You just killed all
Okay.
relationships.
Hi, Michelle.
Nobody wants to do this. It's like, what?
Never mind.
Never mind. They ain't
But-
never
but-
having
okay,
another kid.
So the thing is this. You still may end up coming out your pocket anyway.
Not the same.
Now.
Because with marriage, not only now, if you have kids, the child support is an automatic. That's a given. But it could also lead to alimony. It also is a matter
Alimony.
of
Alimony doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
No. It's the name has changed. The situation has changed. It's called maintenance. No. I'm going to explain. I am going to explain. Hi, William.
Do not play cement. Oh God. No, you didn't. It's called maintenance now. Who cares?
I'm
Still keep
explaining
going.
the difference.
But wait a minute. Keep
Don't-
going.
no,
You got a
I'm
house.
trying to.
She ends up
I'm
with your house.
First of all,
that you still got to pay the mortgage on.
that has nothing to do with your word for alimony. Alimony back in the day meant that the man had to maintain the woman until she gets remarried.
It's not
Or
like
for
that
life.
anymore.
Or for life.
So what? It's maintenance
Yes.
forever.
Hi, Stephanie.
Are you saying it's maintenance forever? That has not changed.
No, can I finish?
Then finish.
Maintenance now is when they break up. They're deciding the quality of life that you would have, similar to alimony, if somebody walked out of the relationship. So monies can be given to either party based on what they're how to maintain them for a certain amount of time. So they're going to look at your employment history. They're going to look at whether you are employable, because if you are, you may have to maintain this person. Hi, Lynette. You may have to maintain this person for 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, or something like that. The child is the one that can be 18 years and 21 years in some states. So there is a difference between alimony and maintenance.
Okay, but still going further on. Now we're talking about property as well. The whole 9 yards. If they've gotten a house, so forth, she normally ends up with the house, which he still has to pay the mortgage on.
Again, for a certain amount of time until she can become self-sufficient. Now, if she's already self-sufficient, there would be somebody buying out the other person's half of the house, their portion of the house, and is divided up. Not saying
you are talking about, all right, you know something? Yes, there are contingencies, there are a variety of alternatives, and especially if they broke up under good circumstances. There are
no, it has nothing to do with good circumstances. That's why there's court systems, and that is why I don't care if you look at me with the side eye. That's why there's court systems. That's why there is certain breakdowns. There are women who have lost their homes as well. That the order was to sell the home and divide it up, since they could not come to an agreement. People could end up losing their home. Now, let me just read some comments because it's going up the Richter scale. Sir God said, in response to the topic, you buy the cow so you no longer buy the milk. Stephanie said, who in the hell is the cow? So God said, that alimony BS is wordplay. Vincent said, a rose by other name is still alimony. I just explained the difference.
They changed it to maintenance.
And there's a difference. You're maintaining that person for a certain amount of time. Alimony was forever until the woman got married. Please understand. Okay. So then people are saying hi to each other. Vincent said maintenance only came into existence when same-sex marriage became legal. Untrue. I knew about maintenance back when I was a kid still in high school. That's when I learned the difference between alimony and maintenance, Vincent. So God said rich people problems. Not necessarily. Now, your question was, why are more women choosing to not be married as opposed to being married? Because he's not the right one. He's not the right one. Somewhere in the back of her mind, somewhere, somehow, he's just not the right one.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Not that every
I don't
woman
believe
just
that.
loves to be married. That's not what I'm saying
Yeah,
either. But a lot of the times, sometimes,
Yeah.
there are situations where you're living together with this person, you're spending your time with them or whatever, and you realize, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my life with him. I'll keep holding off this marriage thing until it comes to a head. I love him, I care about him, but not enough for him. Not enough for him to be my husband. Let's look at some of the responsibilities of being married. Finances. If you're living with someone, for example, and the woman is taking care of her finances, she has her bank account, she got stuff on point, but every now and again she got to constantly keep holding him down. Does she really want to mix her money with his? No. So they will not get married.
All right. In that particular instance, I can understand what you're saying. I'm listening to females. That's not even on board. That's not the issue.
So what
they are
what are they
saying
saying
they don't
to
want to
you?
get married.
Why?
Why? I don't want to get married. No,
I just gave you a reason why, but that wasn't good enough for you.
No, that reason
I said
is not good enough.
I specifically said.
Because it doesn't apply to all women across the board.
Listen,
Why
I
are
specifically I said because they're not ready to commit. I gave an example using finances as an example. Maybe the guy is a mama's boy. Maybe she's really annoyed that every time you turn around, he's with his mama all the time, doing things with his mama, and he's not really spending time with her. Does she want to have to deal with the mama too? No. Just another point of view. So God said Ben Andrell always drives these topics to cater a woman's point of view. And he catered to a man's point of view.
Wait a minute. Hold it. I'm not trying to cater to anything. Because, see, when I first caught wind of this, it was neither about any of what you just said. Because you asked me why. I'm asking you that question because
I just gave you why.
Listen, these were not the issues. These were not these people's issues.
How do you know?
Look, I cannot, without a doubt, say that this was the exact reason, that it was not none of those reasons. No, I cannot. But one thing is true. The mentality is more masculine than it is feminine. Men are the ones that try to avoid marriage. Since when do women?
I just said why.
It's bigger than that.
We can
bigger
say
than
it's
that
a woman's
encapsulated
world.
thing
We can
that you
say
just said.
a lot of the times it is a woman's world. Sorry.
What?
Let me read some topics. I'm going to hold that. Hold that. So God said women want maintenance their whole lives. He also said, Vincent said, why is it that women can't mix her money with a man, but it's okay
with a man to mix
if
his
it's
with
reversed?
hers? Yep.
I'll get into that in a second as well. Of course, these are my opinions. And my opinions count. And the whole thing is that Stephanie said he's not responsible enough to make a commitment. Sorry, guys. So it's okay to rent the cow, being the man, then to marry him and deal with it forever. Because he's not responsible, so you'll rent him out. That's what I mean about it being a woman's world. Because I didn't want to use the term back in the day because I wasn't around back in those days where a woman was looking at the man like, oh, you're my savior. Everything you say and do and will be my exact living on that word, which made absolutely no sense. But you understand what I mean.
Actually, I don't, but go on.
No, but I'm saying now women have their own jobs, their own income, their responsibilities. They're buying homes, buying cars, and doing all that kind of stuff. And they want to sit there and make sure that their investments are protected. So why buy the cow when I already have the milk? That might be one of the answers. And I know all women are not responsible. I never said that. I was asked why. I gave a reason. I gave two reasons why.
But every time I responded back to you about those reasons, I'm saying
You don't like
beyond those
my-
reasons. Beyond
What
that.
other reasons? What else do you? What
This
else do
is
you
what
want
I'm
me to
trying to
tell you?
understand. Listen, just like was just mentioned, not all women are responsible either, which means that
She don't want him. She don't really want him. She's not in it for the long haul. She's not looking for a future. If he's living with her, if they're living
Right.
together,
Oh, no, the point is valid. If he's living with her,
right?
okay, but if she's living with him,
I don't know if I said that.
you did
If
say.
she's living with him and doesn't want to marry him, she still ain't ready for the commitment. At the end of the day, my opinion is that get you a healthy heifer and enjoy. That was funny. Mr. Hill. Wait. Vincent said, Mr. Hill, would it be okay if we leased a cow instead of renting?
With the options, okay.
Isn't that what's going on now? Leasing with the option to buy?
That's what it seems to be.
That's what's going on now.
Yeah. That's exactly what it seems to be. Look, wow. You did bring something that you got me thinking about it, but
What?
the positioning is bad. Like I said, look, and I constantly say, we have problems, and we do.
Okay.
Overall, because
If the woman is the one holding everything down, and I know not every woman, Sir God, but if she's the one that's holding everything down and doing everything that she has to do, then why would she want to marry somebody who's not there yet? Well, she could have her fun and wait around and at the same time find somebody who is about their game. Go ahead, attack me. I'm just giving my opinion.
no, I mean, I can't attack you for that because I hear you.
So
And
many
you're
men are
wrong.
thinking, a lot of the times I feel like so many men are like, oh, I don't have to marry her. She ain't stressing it or whatever. But sometimes you may need to ask yourself, why is she not trying to marry me? Why? What's going on with her?
No, and look, the point is still valid because, and I would find that strange anyway, because if a dude is trying to marry a chick and she doesn't want to, and he
She pushes
is
it off.
doing,
And he is doing.
she's either using him or
That's, If she was using him, wouldn't that be the thing to marry him? Half, as you said?
no, not to necessarily be committed because once you're married,
She could file a life insurance policy and all that good stuff.
yeah, but now you're talking about
I don't
those,
condone that.
You are talking about those quite intelligent, in-depth, and really calculating.
Okay, so
The average person,
no, the stupid person, because that was an average thought. But go ahead.
okay, the stupid person. I've seen more stupid than smart or even average. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
look,
I'm sorry that's your environment, minus me. But go ahead. I got to read some comments.
go please.
Okay,
go
so
ahead.
Vanya said, people should try to be more wholesome. If they get into marriage, go all input, not have casual screwing around as much as you want. Happy Chinese New Year, by the way.
You do know it's the year of the rat, right?
Okay.
Listen to what
So-
you said.
Sir God said, the broke person in a relationship always pushes for marriage. Not true.
Not true.
And that gold diggers are stingy, period.
Period.
Okay, Medea.
With the T.
The whole thing is,
Period.
people should try to be more wholesome. Vanya, yes. But what may be wholesome for me may not be wholesome for you. It's all about growing up, and he does know it's the year of the rat. It's all about how you were raised. If you were raised in similar backgrounds, then you have pretty much a good idea in which direction you'll go, even though there still would be some differences. So I may be wholesome and grew up a certain way this way. He may be wholesome and grew up a certain way that way. Doesn't mean that that's marriage material. I
No, it
mean,
doesn't mean that they are going to mesh.
that they're going to mesh together.
Right.
They're both wholesome. I mean, there are people that got into relationships and were in a relationship. There was no BS involved, no game playing, no usury, no cheating, and they just weren't compatible. It's very possible. So that would be another reason. If you happen to know, like, you get a good idea when you're living with this person that you don't like the way their feet smells at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to marry him if that's such a big deal. Right. If it's such a big deal to you. It's a commitment thing.
Again, look, at the end of the day, in any relationship, it's actually a compromise because nobody's perfect.
Of course not.
So you got to take the good with the bad, and that's all she wrote.
So God said, everyone is looking for the come up nowadays. What's love got to do with it? And Vanya said, I love your brand of wholesome, by the way. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Yo. Oh.
But
no. Sir God just said something.
What?
Everyone is looking for the come up nowadays. And by and large, I do agree because what matters? When individuals are looking at each other for relationship, number one is shallow in the first place. He's fine, she's fine.
Can't we go past that? That's beyond that.
Wait. Yo, at the end of the day. All right, fine. They're living together. Do you know that nevertheless that it could still be that much more of the shallow point it was when it began, when they moved in? Again, the average
people get married on that.
Yes, and that was my point. Average individuals, few know themselves. Now you're trying to get married with somebody, and that's where all hell breaks loose.
Well, then there's another because to your very question. Why don't women get married? Because they don't even know themselves yet, and they're not ready.
Stop. That is not in the first. They're not even cognizant of that.
Who says they're not cognizant of that?
Because most are not.
Really?
Facts.
Really?
Facts.
And you know this because?
Oh, I study this.
You study it?
Yeah.
Oh, so now you study it. You're a scholar of women.
No,
and
people.
What's in their head.
People, not women.
And what's in their head.
People.
Boy,
People. Look, that saying, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it, is based on that. Because you thought you knew what you wanted, you got just what you asked for, and you realized, oh, hell, why did I ask for this? You didn't know. You thought you knew.
Okay, so that's why they moved in together, but then she's realizing, you know what? Marrying him might be a mistake.
Well, he can go through that same thing, too.
Yes, he can.
But
you asked me, why don't women? I'm giving you my responses to that. I'm giving you my opinions based on that. I'm going to read some comments. Stephanie wrote, some people shack up to save money or to have a trial marriage. Yes, that is true, too. I do believe that people do it to save money and to have a trial marriage.
Wow.
So God said, I'm going to marry her if her feet stink and her bank account is lit. Vanya said, anytime. And then, okay, so God goes on to explain. Just give me one quick minute, guys. Women be like, he's cute, but he doesn't have a car, superficial shit. Men don't move like that. Oh, Lord. Stephanie, I know you didn't respond to his response, but I'll say, oh, Lord.
We don't.
What? When you move in with a woman?
What was just read there? What did you just say? Women be like.
Women be like.
He's cute,
what is that?
But he doesn't have a car.
So, men don't move like that.
We don't.
No, you'll look at it like she's cute, but she don't have a fat ass.
That's completely different.
I'm comparing the two.
There's no comparison.
It's still superficial shit.
Look, wait a minute. Stop. That was wrong. Hear me. I'm going to explain to you why that was wrong. In dealing with anybody, male to female, female to male, when you look at an individual that actually appeals to you, you said she's cute, but she ain't got no ass. We're not going through that. Because if that's the one, she's got that ass, and she's got all of that. That's what we're looking at. You can look at the man, his physical package is intact. But then what is tacked onto that is, but he doesn't have a car. Men don't move like that.
And not all women move like that. Not all women move like that. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not saying that they do. That was
so God, he can't get me. You made a point that women be like, not some women. You said all women, based on women be like, and
it's a general statement.
Right. So how come when I make a general statement, it's like not all men? Of course I know not all men.
No.
But I'm here to tell you not all women. Not all women think that, oh, he's cute and all, but he doesn't have a car.
Come on, look, we're both.
What does a car mean? Absolutely nothing.
In truth, but not to the superficial. It's everything.
Oh, okay, so we can both. So you and I can both agree that only superficial people look at stuff like that. Oh, she got a fat ass. Oh, he doesn't have a car. She doesn't, or he doesn't. So we can both agree that superficial people feel that way.
You know what? I'm going to tell you why that is different from
It's not even a majority of women, Sir God.
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you why that is so, at least for me, that is different.
Maybe girls.
See, because the car is an abstract. It's outside of you. That ass is a part of you, or you either have or you don't have. But the point is, if I'm looking at it, it's got an ass.
It's still superficial.
It's part of the original package.
Oh, my God.
It's part of the original package. It's not like somebody went home and opened up something and discovered it wasn't there.
He better have a Metro card, though. A majority of women are superficial. So, God, that's not the truth. Let me explain. Let me give you my point of view, because I got to say that because some people, Sir God, feel like I'm just talking about me personally. I'm giving my point of view, or an Uber account. I hear you, Stephanie. The thing is this. When women, not girls, not somebody who's just chilling on the corner, when women are looking for a mate or looking for a proper suitor for themselves, they're going to look to see what he can bring to the table, because a lot of the times she already has her shit together. It's not because she wants what you have, because she wants you to have as well. Or she might be taking her stuff.
Right. That's more to the point, which I understand.
Right. So that's not about being superficial or anything like that. If I have a car and you have a car, great. We both have cars. Are you going to take your car, or are we going to take mine? But what you're not going to do is drive around in my car acting like you or trying to get ass from the next woman or from my stuff.
Baby boy.
Women are always checking for a man's financial status. All men don't do that. And all women don't do that. Where do you live?
Where do we live?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Why is it that, for instance, Sir God can generalize women, what women do, and then turn around and say all men don't think like that?
Wait a minute. All men wait a minute, listen, hold it, stop. Men became, across the board, dogs and all of this. When I was a child, I began hearing all across the board are dogs. All right?
Not all women feel that way.
You could have fooled me.
Listen.
Coming up, no, I know that. The point I'm trying to make is that there was more of that than there was not. For me, I heard that everywhere I went. Hell, most of my mad women friends.
Okay, so.
And they're the ones, it's that coming out of their mouth. So, nah.
Okay, so Lynette said, only reason they keep saying superficial women is because that's the type of women they run into. Um, so God made a point of saying that comment, bring to the table, bring love, baby. Courtney agreed with Lynette and said exactly.
I got lost somewhere.
And then we'll go back in a second. I just want to read the comment. And then Sir God wrote, women don't date homeless men. A man will show interest in a woman regardless of status. Yeah, right. Stephanie
Actually,
wrote,
that's true.
no, if she were homeless, living in the streets, smelling bad, he's still not going to go and pick her up. Stop. Stephanie said, it's not wrong for her to check his finance. He should check her finances as well. Yes, I agree. Most women didn't give me a second glance after seeing I'm not rich. Fellas, ladies, if you're finding that you're meeting the same type of people,
Change your circle.
change your circle.
Facts.
Find out why you are meeting that type of person and see what your pattern is. Because if you're meeting the same type of person, you're just really literally going around in circles and expecting a different result. So now it's time to just go elsewhere. You keep meeting a certain type of woman and she's saying, oh, he's not rich. Oh, it's time to move on. I mean, not all women are superficial. Not all men are dogs. I know that. And once people understand that, really understand that not all women fit into. Now, if you want to say all women or all men that you meet are this way, then that's fine, because you haven't met everybody. You haven't met everybody yet. But when you decide that this is not what I want to deal with anymore, and you start stepping outside your circle, this is why I say date, meet different people, go outside your comfort zone. You might find something more interesting, and that's how you jump out of one cycle and end up in another circle. What does that mean? Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Are you agreeing with me?
On that, I totally agree. I stress that. You're dealing with the wrong element. It's definitely time to change your circle.
Could that be why when people are not getting married? Because they keep meeting the same type of person? And until they fix themselves?
I don't know, because where I'm coming from, what I heard this from were the youth. And I was like, the young. I'm like, you, 21, 22, 23, 25, whatever. And you talking like this. You ain't lived not up with life like we have.
No, but they listen to the older people, possibly listening to adults, parents talking to their friends or whatever, and they formed an opinion just from what they heard.
Possible. But, no, I mean, all right, so what does that mean for the future?
Well, see, this is what I'm talking about, learning yourself. I'm always into learning yourself, finding more about yourself, stepping outside your circle. Let me read some comments. Stephanie said, sometimes your demeanor changes with your income. You feel better when you do better, and then you may attract a different type of mate. I agree with you, yes. Or, well, I can take it a step further, that even if you're feeling bad about yourself, you may attract somebody that has picked up on your vulnerability, as opposed to when you're feeling good and you can see right through that person and you get somebody who has a more positive outlook, and that builds you up as well. So God said, broke women search for a come up and men search for an attractive woman. Okay. Lynette said, men nowadays are looking for a come up also. Okay. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Yes, Vanya. No, I was thinking about what Sir God said, and then Lynette seconded that. In that,
no, this
people
is
looking for a come up.
He's right.
So is she. But it's not everybody. People may not want to marry because that prize might pop up later. Yes.
Yes.
But Sir God, that's what I was saying. They're not ready for the commitment. They don't want the commitment. They're looking for that better package. They're looking for that instead of that 50-50, they might have an 80-20 or something like that. And they're looking for the The better person, the better possibility. But that's what I was saying.
The better person?
A better person. They may have more. Whatever you think may be better.
A matter of perception. Okay, because it's not necessarily a better person because, again, even everything that we just said, or rather what you just said, is based on superficial. It's all external. What do you have versus what do you not have?
Okay, so let me step
right?
out
We
of that.
We have not once spoke about the characteristics and
of
what makes it, what makes a person
so here's the thing.
valid or whatever, you know. No.
So they're settling until better comes. Yes, that is. I'm not saying it's right, but yes, I agree with that. That could be a reason why. Pulling out of the superficial, you're in love with someone, man or woman, you're in love with that person, but they're constantly yelling, they're constantly complaining, they're constantly going on and on and on and on.
Oh, so they can kill the love. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that will be another reason why, you know what, I'll stay with this person, but I'll never, ever, ever make them my mate, my husband or my wife. And then she said, Lynette said, so again, who is the cow?
All right.
Exactly.
Y'all know full well where that statement came from.
Yes.
It's older
ahead,
than me.
Say it.
All right. Why buy the cow when you already have the milk? The cow was the woman. Yes, and it's not meant to be as a fat thing because me and her went through that. She wanted to go upside my head first. Maybe
it's because she got
calling
udders.
her a cow, and she got udders. She got udders. You know, that may be the case. At the end of the day, that is what it was based on. But in the society that we are in today, the cow can be either or.
Yes.
And that's horrible.
Yes.
But that's the world we live in right now.
And Lynette said, because I know that saying means why go out and cheat when you have someone at home. No, Lynette, that saying means why should I have to marry you when I'm already living with you?
All right, wait.
We're already in a relationship.
Let me give the actual breakdown of
But
that
that's
saying.
What that means.
No, the actual
Stephanie
saying.
said, hi, Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
The actual saying was born of sex. All right? Why buy the cow when you already got the milk? The milk represented the sex. Why should I marry her if I'm already boning her? That was what that initially meant.
Yes.
All right? That was the origin of it through and through. All right? We've expanded on that. Right? We haven't kept it as mundane as that. We expanded on it in terms of
marriage
and living together.
Yes.
All right, that's all that who's the cow. Y'all got to get off of that. See, but that's strictly a woman thing. Man ain't thinking about it. Who's the cow?
Babe, let's talk about the advantages. What's the advantages of being married?
Security.
Family.
The building of family, yes. I'm more in security. You said Bones. Shut up, Steph. Yo, look, I could have got a bit rougher than that, but we are on network.
Computer.
Media. Social media. I was looking for the word. I couldn't find it.
So wait. So God said, if one is settling, then expect cheating to happen. Lynette said, so it has multiple meanings. Okay, thanks, bro. Financial security, yes.
My security wasn't based so much on financial security as it was on now going back to an older mindset. It was also, if she is truly, what is the word I'm looking for here? Desirable.
I don't know, it was before my time.
Okay. It was desirable, or there were great qualities about her, so on and so forth. You married her to lock her down. That was also security, to make her yours. Okay? Because somebody else is going for that. And you don't jump on that. You let her.
Okay.
All right? And I guess that is to a point. Because once you get married, and that's what it is. That's what the whole cheating thing is. You can't cheat. You're married. or you can't. You're not supposed to mess around because you're married.
Okay. Vanya said emotional security. Stephanie said financial security. Courtney said the advantage of marriage is having a best friend for life. It should be like that, yes. A meal every day. Yes.
Yo, a meal every day. I can eat. Right, yeah.
And then Sagad says that I'm only with you because I know Kung Fu. LOL. Because you know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
I know crazy.
Well, so I can protect her. That's it.
Security. Compatibility, yes. I'm looking at it. Marriage is I'm going to call it the Cadillac of relationships.
No, you didn't.
It's the Cadillac of relationships.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Yo, all right, just to let y'all know, we met a Cadillac man this weekend, okay? Everything he was trying to sell us, everything, whatever product there was, he would take us to the Cadillac of it.
So, marriage is the Cadillac of relationships. And what I mean by that in this instance is that, yes, you're in a relationship with that person. You decide you want to spend the rest of your life with them, yada, yada, yada. But what seals the deal is the business aspect of being married. And the benefits of, well, nowadays you could have health insurance, because everybody's getting married. When they get married, it's even getting married. I can't even say the word. I'm bugging out right now. I'm like tongue twisted. But
that wine, though.
That wine, for real. No, Lord, y'all are in the 70s. No.
We are not.
We're not in the 70s, Steph. The thing is that it's the whole business aspect of it, health insurance, being able to file jointly for your taxes, which brings more income as opposed to being single or head of household, so it's a benefit there. Of course, more taxes being taken out as well. But it's more of a business relationship, and should, God forbid, somebody passes, then it's the dividing of assets where the spouse gets the majority or all of the assets, and then it's broken down to any children that are still, if there are any children. Hi, state your name and where you're calling from. Hey.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
hi.
Oh, hello. This is a guy calling from New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share something with you. I dealt with one young lady for a long time, and I moved in with her, but actually I never felt, I could say, love for her like that. Like, I wasn't in love with her, but she was doing her damn thing. She was getting that money and all that, and it was easy for me to just slide on in. And it was cool. But when I did come across a woman that I loved, it was different. Somebody that I was willing to marry and sacrifice all that I had for. It's totally different. So, I mean, like, shacking up is one thing, but, like, and I shacked up with this one chick just because it was cool and conducive, but I knew somebody special was coming, and when that special person came, it was like there were no bars, anything happened. I just threw away everything that I had to make her happy, and that made me happy to see her happy. And I think that's what relationships should be based on, not just about financial support and trying to come up off each other.
Okay.
That's just my view.
I like your opinion. Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Could you read, what is Vanya saying?
He's calling us all alcohol.
We're not luscious.
Not only on Saturdays.
Literally. I don't drink.
As you're drinking. I can't stand when he says that.
I drink for the purpose of this show.
Oh, please.
Do I drink outside this show?
Yes.
When? Where? Time, place.
Okay, I remember an instance where you drank my amaretto. Oh, now you want to slap me?
Because first of all, that was a
Okay,
lifetime
wait. That's
ago.
another. That's listen.
And
So God made a good point. He was not committed to the woman that he was living with. There was no commitment. There was more of a convenience of why he was with her, because he was waiting for something better to come along. It doesn't mean that she was a bad person, as he explained. She wasn't a bad person. She just wasn't for him. And understand, when someone doesn't work out for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad people. He's making the sacrifice, Vanya said.
Thank you.
Stephanie wrote, woo woo. Oh, girl, she said woo woo.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, how about that?
Whoa, whoa.
But the thing is that he made a very good point on that, and that was confirming what I said. You're not really committed to being in that relationship. One person could be committed to being married, the other one not so much, because it then becomes the Cadillac of relationships. Are you ready to make your relationship turn into that Cadillac? Make it that special. Make a business arrangement out of it. And the answer for most is no. I'll have your kids.
Wait.
I'll do all that, but I'm not going to commit to you.
See, maybe it's just the verbiage, because the very fact that you just said business relationship.
It is a business relationship.
I can't look at it that way. I can't.
We love each other, but it's still also a business arrangement.
We deal with business. This is indeed, but I can't look at it like that, because if I look at it like that, you aren't who you are supposed to be to me, and that changes everything.
So then, I didn't want to get into why you and I got married.
No, we don't have to get into why.
What I do want to know is, what is your understanding of a marriage?
Two people that love each other, that want to be together, that want to build a life together.
How do you build a life together?
The point is, now this is where the business comes in, but you're saying a business agreement or arrangement.
It is a business arrangement.
Yeah, ultimate technically in the end, but I can't look at it that way, because you are no longer what I wanted.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
All right, maybe
It doesn't pull the love away. It doesn't pull any of that away.
That depends on your perspective, because that's exactly what it is. A matter of perspective. I cannot look at you as a business thing, because you become
But we're not looking at each other
for real.
But we're not looking at it like that. But understand that on top of the love, on top of the time we want to spend the rest of our lives together,
we have things to do, because I'm going to conduct business on a daily basis regardless. We are in this, we're building and so forth. This is what we do. We work for and with and all this each other. When I look at it like that, you become an abstract, because that is an abstract to me.
Okay.
If you become that abstract, you're no longer what I wanted. You're this.
Put my empty glass down.
Okay.
Unless you're going to fill it.
I'm not.
Thank you. So God said,
I caught that.
It should be a partnership that handles their business, keyword, their business. Yes, but see, Ben doesn't want to see it as a business, and I get that, because we're more than just a business. You do love each other, right? Yes, Vanya, absolutely. There is romance, right? Yes, absolutely, there is. But with it also is a business arrangement. And if, God forbid, something happens to me, God forbid I drop dead, you will be responsible for handling.
And that goes without saying. Because what? The two become one. Correct?
That's the business. The marriage license has the whole thing on it. It's a business arrangement. You were saying that you are, for the business aspect of it, hi, Annette.
Pure Eurocentric.
Okay, listen. The business aspect of it is saying if something happens, this person is responsible for that person, and this, that, and the other. Why do you think that in a court of law you cannot testify? You do not have to testify against your spouse.
You can't testify.
You can if you wanted to, but you're not wanting to.
According to the law, that said you can't.
You don't want to. There are spouses that, if there are spouses who are in abusive relationships and when they go to trial, after he or she has beat the crap out of the other one is there testifying against the other. They're not going, oh, you're breaking the law. You're not supposed to. They're
You're talking about because the problem is between them.
They cannot make
outside.
They cannot make you testify against your spouse. They cannot make you.
Okay.
Because of your business agreement. That marriage license says you belong to Ben. How do I answer that?
Mine is all mine.
How do I answer that? We belong to each other. Vanya said, God forbid, thank you. So God said, love over business. Of course.
That's why I can't see that.
Right. Well,
you are emphasizing the business. You are emphasizing. You even actually, you're kind of over-emphasizing
the business. But I'm saying, okay.
And I ain't get married for that.
What is the difference between living together and being married? So
living together, you're not. Look, all right.
Look,
let's put it like this: living together on those terms, you are only responsible within to a certain parameter. All right. Marriage, on the other hand, it goes far beyond that.
How?
On all levels. All levels. So what? Look, I just live with you. I've had enough of this.
I did mention health benefits in that.
You said, look, I just live with you. I don't have to do anything. And walk out. Now, of course, that's not a committed relationship, obviously, but the point is, it does give that option.
Okay, I mentioned this before. I'm going to mention it again. A guy and a girl live together. Are married. They're married. They split up, but they do not get a divorce. Okay? They do not get a divorce. The man that moves on, right, it's less responsibility when just living together. Let me give my example. So the man moves on. He meets the woman of his dreams. They live together. They love each other with all their heart and soul. He hasn't heard from his wife, and I don't know how long she knows about the woman. The woman and this man have a child together. And that child grows up to be an adult because his parents have lived together all his life and loved each other all his life. Unfortunately, the man passes away. And when he passes away, he leaves a beautiful home that he had made for his girlfriend and his son. The wife then comes along and says, that's my husband. That house is mine.
See.
Now that child, will they divide the assets? Possibly. But guess what? All that building that he did with the woman he loves ends up with the wife that he no longer loved.
That's
business relationship.
That's the bullshit.
And so God says, here it is, Drell. Would you have married Ben if he was selling hats in Times Square? Ben, same question. Yeah, I'm going to help him build that business. What?
I wouldn't have thought anything about it. If I wanted her, I wanted her.
Yeah. But see, he wants to go on about how
the business, right? No, he's also making the point. Nah, I got that. Because when I looked at you, what did I know about you? When
Nothing.
we saw, exactly.
Nothing.
All right? And what did I do?
Pursued.
And that's it at the end of the day. What she was, which also verifies some of what he was saying, I didn't care. Only thing I knew I needed to know was the quality of you. And that's all I needed to know.
Okay, so if we want to go
there.
And
I found that.
If we want to go there. Okay.
You're stupid.
You're trying to avoid that.
No. Okay. Not at all.
So if you want to go there, the first thing you saw was the smile, and then you said what? She got a what?
She has an old fatty. Yes, I did.
Okay, exactly.
And
So that was kind of superficial. You
excuse
had
me.
to get to know.
Stop.
Me to drop
There
some
has
light.
to be a draw. We do not live in a place where all I see are your eyes, and I gotta guess and hope and wait till we get married to get a surprise. Ah! Take it back. No, I'm trying to. No,
That's
we
a
don't come from that.
whole-
That's
a
something else.
whole other story.
All right, we live here. What draws us to each
That
other?
could be a topic.
Whatever.
Is it okay to have sex before marriage? We're not talking about that today.
The point is, at the end of the day, that was a joy. That wasn't superficial, because I've met many drop dead. They were the homeliest, ugliest people I'd ever met.
Okay.
Visually, oh my God! But they were not. No.
Okay, so basically,
So, no.
But you saw what you saw first before I even uttered a word to
Well,
you.
there's got to be a draw.
Okay, so
A bee doesn't just fly
Okay.
into a wall. He goes to a flower.
okay. So the thing is that right, but Sir God said not relevant because he always thought you had a fatty. But the thing is, he had to get to know me first. He had
To decide whether
he
or
saw
not
what
I
he
wanted
saw.
to deal
Right.
with you.
Vanya said totally off topic, but since I'm semi-drunk, yin or cheng bagua ben, which you like more?
It's all the same to me.
Okay.
All right, I just want to give him this. Vanya, after all this time, man, I practiced them literally almost all my life, okay? They're the same to me now. It's a matter of emphasis.
Okay.
You end up using them all. So, yeah, back to the show.
Okay, so back to the show. So the thing is that is it more important to be married or not to be married? Given the example that I gave, for example, somebody coming up and taking your home from you.
Oh, yeah, that's some ugly. See?
But there has been quite a few examples of that ugly.
Yeah, I know.
And because the wife didn't like the woman,
The other one, yeah, and all that crap.
It got nasty.
Yeah, I've seen some bad situations.
Vanya said, I know for your response. So the bottom line, I think that it is important to get married. Obviously, we're married. I think that it's extremely important, even though Ben doesn't want to look at it as a consideration of a business relationship. You can't help but look at that because you could get something taken from you. And as much as, oh my goodness, suppose this situation was where the guy was the sole supporter and he was taking care of her, and he didn't have anything in place for her when he passed, because he passed suddenly. But now the wife, his wife, who he's no longer in a relationship with, has everything.
Well, then, at this point, being that this is the type of world, and you being that you pointed it out, I would hope that there are individuals that are smart enough to come up with some form of contingency plan under these circumstances, because they already know we're still married, you and me are in love. If something should happen to me, she's going to come for it. He should be thinking, or she, whatever, should be
But
thinking
you yourself
along these
said
lines.
people think at the moment. You yourself have said that.
No, but
let me
at this
see.
point.
Let me read some points. Stephanie said, if you leave your spouse, get divorced before moving on. Yes, absolutely. Although there are some circumstances like that. There's more privileges afforded to married couples than singles. Yes, there is. And so God said, ghost and Tasha. Yes. If he died, everything got left to Tasha because he was still married to her.
Facts.
I mean, he also had a will as well, but she was
overall,
taken
she
care
got
of.
it. Yeah, but she got it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Because she was the wife.
She's the wife.
See, guys, we got to head out. Before we do, I just want to say, membership has its privileges. Ting.
Oh, God.
You guys, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. We're going to have a good weekend. Stay dry, stay warm, and stay, nice and cuddly?
Warm.
Okay. I said that. I said stay dry, stay warm.
Stay cuddly.
And stay cuddly.
Snuggly?
Smooches. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Enjoy your weekend.